Here with Bryan with the 351 MASS project. I don't know how you say it.
Yeah, MASS, 350 MASS, that's right.
350 MASS project. Bryan, tell us a little bit about your organization.
Sure. Well, there's the larger organization, 350 MASS, and 350 is significant because the number 350 is the amount of carbon dioxide parts per million that we can go to have a safe and livable planet, and we're way beyond that now at 400 parts per million. So that's a significant number. This organization is about transitioning from a fossil fuel industry, fossil fuel-based economy, to a clean energy, renewable energy economy. So that's what's driving that. 350 is very much into the divestment movement, which is the move to actually use your money effectively in your retirements and move them out of these fossil fuel companies that you know, one of the things that people don't know sometimes is that there's a carbon budget, and the fossil fuel companies own this much carbon reserves, but they can only burn this little slice in order to stay under that 2 degrees Celsius agreed upon target. They can't burn the other 80%, so that means 80% of fossil fuels need to stay in the ground. And so this movement is about that, and trying to find ways to move away from that economy that's based on fossil fuels.
Okay, so last year at town meeting, you guys had you guys had the initiative to come in and say, hey, you know, you should take this out of your you should stop take this out of your investment portfolio in your budget.
That was me, yes. I petitioned the town on that, and the reason why it's so important is because there's a financial reason to divest from fossil fuels. That 80% that I just talked about, that they are valued on, so an Exxon, a BP, are all valued on all the fossil fuel reserves. If you cannot burn 80% of that, that's stranded assets that therefore will reflect in their stock price when governments come together, like in December, they're coming together in Paris, and once they come together and have an agreed upon target, then that's going to reflect in the stock prices, and we want our money out of that and direct it towards more renewable energy.
All right, so I know that at town meeting, a lot of people's eyes glazed over, and I don't think they kind of got it, why we should do this, and it was just like, I think they were thinking some green guys coming in here and, oh, you got to take all your money out of this, and why should we do that, and of course, the first answer in anything like that from the town side is no.
Yep,
we're not doing that, and this is usually the reason is. I always love this reason. It's because that's the way we've always done it. Mm-hmm. So that's how things don't change. It's by doing stuff the way you always did it. Right. Even though it may not make sense long ago. But you always have to start somewhere. So it was kind of cool that you kind of got the conversation started in people's minds.
Yeah, because these discussions are going on now all the time. You see the Pope coming in. He's talking about climate change. December is the Paris talks where the world comes together to talk about this. This conversation's going on. And actually, when you look at this, is kind of like a client science mashup that I made from NASA. People can go to climate.nasa.gov, and they have all the science is out showing sea level rise, showing the temperature rise, carbon dioxide rise. So all this is happening today, and we actually, based on the UN science, so this isn't me I'm just bringing some of this to the town, but based on the UN science, they have relative pathways that say if we do business as usual, then in 30 years we'll burn up that carbon budget and won't be able to burn any more carbon. So we really need to change and move away from a fossil fuel-based economy and decarbonize the economy. It's happening around the world now, and it's just something that we need to think of when we look at our town financially, morally.
And do you think that the free market will take care of that over time? Like people will stop buying fossil fuels and they'll be doing more? I mean, right now, one of the concerns everyone brings up is, well, okay, we can do solar on houses and get some electricity and all that stuff, but in some areas, like, there's no replacement for fossil fuels. Automobiles, I mean, we have some electric cars and things, but, there's some things that you just kind of need it for right now. So, where do you think we are in terms of, societal attitude towards literally moving past that, and people really putting solar panels on their houses and doing all that stuff versus just easier to call, Al's Oil and get a delivery.
That's right. I think it's really what futures we want for ourselves, our families, and our kids, and it's really the people that need to make it happen. Because a lot of the industries are business as usual, right? So actually, they're trying to put pipelines through town, so we're trying to stop pipelines. You can see the red here is all the resistance. Towns that have passed resolutions to stop the Kinder Morgan pipeline. They had to reroute, and actually that caused them to reroute another lateral that was going to come into Shrewsbury. Now, they've just, a couple of weeks ago, proposed a West Boylston lateral that's going to come through 7 towns and through the heart of Shrewsbury, 5 miles through the heart of Shrewsbury. So you can see there's not much free market choice. They're going to put $3 billion into this, invested into this project to build pipelines where I've already talked about the climate science. We have to keep 80% of that fossil fuel in the ground. So to me, it's not where the money should go, nor what I want my families to see in the future. So it's really going to be about the people. We actually started a sustainable Shrewsbury Citizens Network to deal with all things sustainable in the town of Shrewsbury. Clean, healthy food, clean water, clean energy. And so the pipeline has definitely come on our radar, and we're opposed to it, and we're going to find people that are opposed to it as well, and try to let the people have a determination in that future. It's really about how many people want a future that's a livable planet for everybody.
There you go, people. See? Get out there and vote. And also, you're going to go get shot down in town meeting last time. You're going to go back and try it again?
Well, town meeting was a win because I met a lot of great people in Shrewsbury that are interested in these topics, agree about these topics and our way forward. And I just think it's a great opportunity to educate and meet people, and that's the whole process. We want to get out there, and anybody that's interested can come off. Like I said myself, I was one of those Facebook people that, you're watching Facebook, learning all this, or any other websites, researching it. But the best part about it is to get up out of that chair and go meet people and talk to them and make things happen. So yeah, we'll be back to town meeting.
All right. The world is ruled by those who show up. Okay? So he shows up. That's a cool thing. Good luck, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it.